There we go.
Okay, we're live. Greetings and salutations, folks. This is episode 4 of Shooting the Breeze with Taker's Minion, MDS, which is Mr. Dr. Senju. And we have a special guest today, Boss Undertaker Bray, who is from the Nightly, which is where I get most of my folks from. How are you, Face Boss?
Hey everyone, yeah, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm
We're
doing
good.
well.
That's
Way to
good.
give. You know what? Way to give the ladies with the start first.
Oh,
Congratulations, sir.
she is a star.
Of course.
I mean, she's got Sasha Banks as her avatar, for Christ's sake. She has to be the star.
Here's the
Well,
boss.
look who's speaking. Look who's speaking. Who uses Pentagon Pentasiero Elmito?
Penta El Cero Miedo. That's right.
Yes, exactly. So that means Yerbo stars in. I'm just here with this butler thing.
Oh, I like the butler thing though. It's very cute.
Thank you.
Yes, we need both of us need a butler anyway. But that's beside the point.
Exactly.
Really? Good start, guys. Good start.
Well, you walked into it, so I was going to kick the door open. You know that. You know me. If I see a door cracked open, I'm going to kick it all the way open.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Anyways, good evening, guys, all the way from Kyoto, Japan, and
And good
we
morning
yes.
from Dubuque, Iowa.
Mhm.
And it's morning over here in New Zealand.
All right. Cool.
What time is it there?
It's about 3:11 a.m.
Taker, do you just
And Face Boss, I appreciate the fact that you got up for this more than you'll ever know.
No problem.
I've heard wonderful things about you waking up being excited about this.
Yeah, it sounded like someone
No,
couldn't
seriously.
sleep earlier tonight when I got a message on Twitter at 4:15 in the morning. Is like, I'm so excited. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I totally forgot what time zones and stuff, and then I realized, he might be trying to sleep right now.
No, I was working, so
For Taker, it's morning, so he's fine.
Uh,
For my end, it's midnight right now, so
oh wow.
okay.
and for
So,
you it's 3 o'clock
anyways,
in the freaking morning. Jesus.
I
or
know, it's all different and
okay.
confusing.
I
But anyway,
appreciate I appreciate the fact that you came on for us today. I really do.
yes.
No problem. It's my first podcast, so it's like nervous and exciting at the same time.
All right. Okay. So, anyways, if you guys were tuning in, that means Taker has done a bait and switch. Originally, we were about to send Prince Moxley Lopez in. Unfortunately, he didn't make it
He hasn't made it yet.
yet. We'll see whether he books in the middle of the things or 3/4 of this show.
Because
But
he's got a lot of information on the controversy in AAA with Sexy Star, Taya, and John Morrison.
mhm. But anyways, we can always start it off with how was your day, guys?
Hmm. Do you really want to know what my day was like?
Uh, I do.
Yeah.
I don't because I already know, but they could.
Boring. But anyways, that's beside the point.
As expected of a guy who works in hotels.
It's been dead. It's been dead the last 3 nights.
Well, at least the 3 nights before, it was exciting.
Yeah, but well, this weekend we're hammered. But anyway, let's not go into that. Let's talk. Let's start talking about
Okay.
Battleground.
Okay.
You know, and what do
Okay.
we see happening with each of these matches? Because some of them, I just don't know.
Okay. Uh, about now, we're about 8 hours and 45 minutes before Battleground, and in all honesty, I have no idea anything about any storylines about anything going in.
Oh, great.
Ah,
Yeah, because okay, here's the thing. From the women's division, who's doing a number one contender match, I believe.
Yes,
Uh,
it's a
Other than that,
5-way battle.
okay, yes, correct. It's other than that, there's that I need to get invested in it.
Well, they've since added a freaking match.
Oh, what match did they add?
Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like what they're doing though with Sami Zayn and Mike Zellis. That's interesting. But it's weird
True,
adding it.
and
But yeah, it's weird adding it
go,
last
go.
minute.
But the question I have is this: the question I have is this face boss is Sammy going to win after being pinned Tuesday?
No, I don't see Sami Zayn winning this.
You know, Sami Zayn has turned into the goddamn jobber for everybody.
He has, which is really disappointing because I really like Sami Zayn and I could see them doing so much more with his character, but it's just seems to be getting momentum sometimes and then it's like losing really quickly and then moving on to the next feud.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
totally agree. I could see Sami Zayn taking the role as Bailey on SmackDown
Oh God, please
as the
no.
most
Oh no.
as the most underused
No,
person
no, no, no,
talent
no,
there,
no, no.
as the most underused talent there, not story wise, not character wise. It's how SmackDown utilizes him in a way Raw utilizes Bailey.
I can see that, yeah, being underutilized and wanting more. Yeah, I can see that. I just hope they don't go full
I mean,
Bailey.
please don't go full Bailey.
I see that happening though. Now that you brought it up, thanks a lot, there, MDS. Thanks a lot.
Uh, I do love doing the crazy things. So you're
Yeah, I
welcome.
know. I know when you were talking in a nightly about the heel turn of Becky the other night.
Oh, Becky
Oh
heel
wait,
turn.
well I already told you it's gonna be, if it happens, it's gonna be wonderful because she's gonna it. Okay, and this is just speculation on my end. It's gonna break her good girl image and show her as a true badass, where she just kicks ass, takes arms, doesn't care what anyone else says, because she has enough. She's enough. Enough is enough. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want people to kick her down. She doesn't want people to cut in front of her. All that.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
mean, when hey, go on.
Yeah, I see that. I see her snapping and just maybe against Charlotte, maybe like Charlotte wins and then somehow wins like the championship and then Becky comes out and she's like congratulating her, but backstage you see like this look in her face like that was my title and she like just goes after her the next night and just like beats her down.
Mhm.
Kind
That's
of
one
the
way.
way. Yeah.
That's one way. You could put Becky out in a storyline where she's becoming a heel. I mean, she already
Yeah.
did that by beating her tea time wife in SmackDown.
Yeah, she did.
Mm. I mean, even Charlotte says that. Oh, I can't, I can't lift my other arm, alluding to the fact that she's
You know, the
kind
thing
of
that
hurt.
bothered me the most about that match
Uh-huh.
is not so much the way it ended. It was after the fact that you got Lana, Tamina, and then Natty sticking, jumping in the ring and beating them down. It's like, why? They just had an awesome They just had an awesome match. Why cheapen this shit with that?
Well, okay. Here's one way of looking at it. Me, you know the battlegrounds coming up. That's the only thing that they. That's the only logical way of putting themselves there for a go home thing.
But they did. You know what? They basically eliminated themselves when Natty mentioned, well, why don't you put Charlotte against Becky? So those three were out of it as far as I was concerned.
True.
True. I don't. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that was needed at the end. That beatdown. I think they could have just ended with Charlotte and Becky, and then cut to Naomi talking about Charlotte and Becky, and maybe one of them facing her for the title.
Agreed. Or make that segment a backstage segment where Tamina or Lana can slip in and all that.
Right.
Oh yeah, agree.
That's one way of fixing it. But I digress in all the sense of the manners. I mean, I can ask you guys the same question. Which storyline are you invested in going in Battleground?
There is no with women.
With everything on the card right now.
There really isn't anything worth my attention.
Yeah. I mean, okay, the women's division is starting to pick up, but it's only one show out of a possible. One match out of possible 8.
Yeah, no shit.
8 matches. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's nothing
I,
big with me either that I'm like really excited or interested in. It's all very like.
I mean, okay. Right now on the cards, there's a flag match. I mean,
I can tell you right now, we already know who's going to go over in that match.
Oh yes.
LOL.
Obviously, I think. Who knows? Maybe they pull out a surprise thing.
I doubt it seriously because I have seen a tendency over the last 2 years that if the heel or it doesn't matter who pulls off the major thing on the go home show, they won't win.
Oh well.
Because all right, Rusev made Cena pass out in the ring, so Cena's gonna win Sunday. We already know this.
Okay, probably the law of reverse booking then.
Yep, 50-50 booking.
And it's John Cena, so I can never like go against John Cena when it comes to big matches. I'm like, yeah, John could win this, and it usually happens.
John Cena can't lose.
Exactly. He's going to win that flag match, and he's going to wave the flag up, and that's how it will end that match.
Get a cheap pop, I guess. I think. I don't know.
Did you guys like his promo on SmackDown?
How am I supposed to say this? It's something. It's something for Cena. It's not something eye-catching. It's not something interesting. It's just something.
Exactly my thoughts. I was like, oh, he could have done better than that in that promo.
True. I mean, he could have been slotted into the WWE United States Championship again. He could go championship again. It's either those two.
Well, it just felt like I was like rolling my eyes at some of the lines and being like, oh, Rusev's flag could be raised, and the audience is like, boo. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? Like, okay.
It's the basic cheapest way of getting a pop by using it as a thing as a storyline. So,
Nah.
I mean, sure. John Cena would go over, wave the flag, get the cheap pop.
Well, we already have 2 nationalistic matches going on.
Well, one of them is Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm. And the other one is the other one is Cena versus Rusev.
Yeah.
Do we really need 2?
No, we don't.
I mean, I can see why they wanted to do it with John Cena and Rusev because he needed something to do. And don't forget that Cena has this way of swinging from SmackDown to Raw and then Raw to SmackDown again.
Well, he made it clear. He made it clear that his days in WWE are numbered anyway.
True. I mean, there's a case for him getting the loss because his days are about numbered. Why not put someone over?
He
Probably in
won't.
his head, probably in his mind, or probably he's thinking, okay, I need to put someone over or something like that. Remember that despite his comment, despite the detractors and all that, John Cena is a great worker and he
He
understands
is.
the business.
But I would like to see John Cena versus Roman Reigns.
Oh, me too. I'd rather
Before,
him do that.
yeah, before he decides to stop, sit back, or something like that.
Because
Fantasy booking, yeah.
right there is two good workers that could put on one hell of a match. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. I mean, they already did. No, they already did. They already showed a preview of that already in singles matches in Raw, I think, or SmackDown. Which one? Whichever one. I mean,
But they could.
they even started off. They even started off in when Reigns was in Shield and Cena was feuding against them.
Yeah, they showed highlights.
Hmm.
I think they could make a really good storyline though between Roman and Cena. Like there was that time, I think it was Money in the Bank, and everyone was meeting in the ring, and like Roman went up to John Cena and kind of like challenged him when the audience was like booing John, and he's like, "Oh, when I'm in the ring, you know you
It,
can't boo Cena," or something like that, and it got a really good reaction.
it could be. It could be. I
So
mean, there's also this other storyline that I could imagine where John Cena is pissed that Reigns pinned Undertaker.
oh yes, that could be really good. Like I was like kind of like, are you meaning like I was the one to beat Undertaker,
Yeah.
and you stole that from me?
Hmm.
Well,
Exactly.
Cena has never pinned Undertaker,
Cena has
Oh,
never pinned the Undertaker,
as
even
far as
when
I know, anyway.
yeah.
there was a video online when he was talking about fan questions, and one of the fans asked about him and Undertaker, and he was sort of like joking in a way, but you can sort of tell like, well, if I was at WrestleMania, I would have beat the Undertaker, and I'm
Oh,
like,
don't forget. Yeah, and don't forget that during his feud with The Miz, he brought that up as well.
Mm,
what's wrong with the Miz?
I'm going to
Miz boss.
behave. I am
Yeah.
going to behave.
Oh, not a fan.
No,
Let's keep it there.
do not go there because I will go off. I am in the mood to go off, but I have made a
Yeah.
promise to someone that I won't.
Okay, moving on.
Uh, okay. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to Battleground. I mean, there's. I'm gonna put my expectations pretty low on this regard on Battleground. I mean, hell, I could say that it could be even worse than Great Balls of Fire.
You spoke that. How dare you?
Why? I'm sorry. Okay, what was it again? Grande Cojones del Puejo?
That's right.
Okay. Or do you need me to say grilled barbecue balls?
That's even better.
What?
As you could tell, Face Boss, I didn't particularly care for that pay per view because it was my opinion. It was absolute shit.
But everyone,
Really?
yeah, but everyone else was saying that it was fine, it was solid.
I don't. Okay, whatever.
And here we have a detractor.
Ah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good compared to where my expectations were before. Like it, I enjoyed it. What didn't you like about it?
Face Boss, one thing you're going to learn about me is that I'm extreme old school. I've been watching wrestling since the 1970s,
Oh
so
wow.
I'm an old man, and the stuff some of the stuff that's being put out today just pisses me off.
Okay. I mean,
Not to
okay.
not not to knock your fandom. I'm not saying you being a fan of what you like is wrong or anything like that, but I know what I like.
Hey, that's okay. Like different perspectives, different things. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, like I always say, opinions are opinions. It's your opinion versus my opinion. We can discourse politely about it, and then agree to disagree on things, and then set it off.
I agree with that. That's why I don't get like sometimes when I share or see other people's opinions, then other people will be like, "Oh, that's just like that's stupid," or "That's a weird way of thinking," and I'm
Yeah,
like, "Well, that's a person's opinion and perspective, and wrestling, is subjective. It's for everyone, and
yeah,
that's their take on it."
uh agree. And yes, Taker is old school, and basically he's gonna pretty much be old school until the day he dies. So
Hey, that's
that's
fun.
okay, but let's just let's just
Hey,
start out.
then
Yeah.
go on.
Okay, let's just put it down quick for this end. I
Put what down quick?
okay. Let's just go. Let's just go quick fire on these matches. We have Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English on the pre-show, and
Dillinger
then
goes over.
okay, Dillinger goes over. I agree.
Dillinger goes over.
Okay, clean. I might add.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And next, okay, I'm not going down in order because I don't know how the card order is supposed to be. So I'm just gonna go off on memory. But next would be Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers versus Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match. Fun. So
There's a reason it's been 10 years.
Exactly.
I did comment on this on the SmackDown, and I said that, oh, this is the scene where this is a show where you explain the gimmick match featuring your host Jinder Mahal.
I saw that and I'm like, and then Randy Orton comes in talking really slow, and I'm like, oh
And then
well,
climbs up,
exactly.
just and then explains more about whether the tactic is correct or not and all that. But I think Taker, you might hate me on this, but I think Jinder Mahal still goes over.
You
I
think
mean,
Jinder goes over?
yeah.
No. What's going to happen is this: Randy's going to go over.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to raise the goddamn prison up.
Mm-hmm.
Baron Corbin's going to come out, hit him with the case, throw him in the ring, cash in, and Baron Corbin's going to be your man, be the champ.
Oh, so you're guessing that Baron Corbin cashes in on
Yep.
Battleground? Huh.
I see Jinder winning, and then maybe Baron coming in from behind and like attacking him, and then bringing him to the ring when the cage goes up.
Lifted. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like they fight, but he doesn't get like the title right then because the Singh brothers save him, and they walk out, and then you have that stare down, and I think that will happen.
How can the Singh brother? How can the Singh brothers save him?
Because Jinder was just stupid for making that stimulation in that type of match. Because Randy Orton just came and said, "Well, you just taken away that from your only thing that you could win against me for this whole time." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's true." So
Okay.
maybe something happens after the match, or but I see Jinder winning and coming out of Battleground with that title.
Mm-mm.
This is how forgettable all this happened. All this Battleground thing is going on in my head. I had forgotten completely about Baron Corbin coming in with the case. That's how forgettable this is.
I'm not invested in any goddamn. There's nothing I'm invested in right now.
No, me neither.
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
how.
this is gonna be a bunch of this match happened.
That's the general gist from your end. I mean, At
Yep.
least, at least a positive note about the Punjabi prison match is it's not going to be Great Khali's Punjabi prison match.
Oh God, those
that was
sucked.
horrible. They mentioned that in commentary, like the Great Khali introduced this match. I'm like, how's that?
Exactly.
Getting fans excited.
It's
No.
not going to be exciting. I mean, sure, it's going to be physical inside the bamboo cage.
Bamboo my ass. Did you look at it? Did you actually look at it? It's steel. And you know the thing about it that's bad. It looks like bamboo, but it's actually it's not steel. It's actually aluminum goddamn scaffolding.
Aha. Okay. Interesting.
And
Learn new stuff.
I would, this is another one of those gimmick matches that requires some bloodletting for Christ's sake. Are we going to get it? No.
I mean, it's going to be surprising if there's color involved in this match. But
No.
I highly doubt it.
This is one of those matches that requires it.
Yeah, but I highly doubt it that Punjabi prison matches would be pulled color, would give color
No.
in terms of Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton.
Because I would love to see Jinder Mahal bleed.
Of course you do. Okay, well, okay. Let's go off. Let's stop before we go off on a tangent again and say, okay, Taker thinks that Randy Orton goes over and Baron Corbin cashes in Battleground.
How many times have I been right on shit there, buddy?
True.
I called Alexa winning. I called Sasha winning by DQ or count out, but Alexa retaining her title. Did I not?
Yes, you did. You did on episode 2.
And you thought I was out of my mind.
I did. But anyways, okay. Face Boss thinks that Jinder Mahal wins and Baron Corbin interferes after post-match.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Like I said, Jinder Mahal goes over.
And I think Randy goes over, but Corbin cashes in.
Because the only nitpick that I have with that, it's a little bit too early for Corbin to cash in a Battleground. Why not on SummerSlam? Why not on SummerSlam?
And they haven't had very many interactions, Corbin and Jinder. I think only one time on Talking Smack, I believe, but that's it.
There is that one time where he actually shows up. Doesn't really interfere much, just is there.
Yeah, maybe Baron cashes in at another time, but yeah, I don't see that happening at Battleground, but it could.
Okay, so this is where we kind of split off on different tangents, I believe. So let's move on then. Next matchup, we have a tag team championship title match. WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship match between the Usos and the New Day.
Oh.
I think Usos go over.
Why?
Putting the belt on the New Day kind of seems a little bit early. And I like to see more of the Usos being heelish to the faces that are the New Day. I mean, hell, I enjoyed when Usos poke fun at Xavier Woods' rated R stuff.
Yes. I've seen that video, as a matter of fact. This is not a PG. This is not a PG version of Shootin' the Breeze. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh God. Also, help me God. But it's a funny poke, and whether I'm not gonna speculate on whether Xavier feels slighted by that or not. I mean, but okay, let's storyline wise, I think the Usos still have traction a little bit, although I can agree they're kind of running on fumes, starting to run on fumes.
What do
I
you
mean,
think, Face Boss?
I agree with that with the Usos. I mean, they kind of cheated in a way the first time, and in their matches with singles matches, whenever they've won, there's some form of cheating involved. So I think the New Day are going to get the championships and take this out because they'll grab or see what's happening in the ring, and they'll be able to stop them from cheating and win. So I think the New Day are going to get the championships.
I mean,
Well, I don't know. I myself don't know. I can't call this match one way or the other.
I
Um,
mean, again, you can use the term the
Jimmy
match happened.
Uso, Jimmy went over on Xavier Tuesday.
Correct. Correct.
Based on that, I would
Based
tend
on
to
that,
see. I would tend to see. You didn't go over on Xavier. You went over on Kofi. Based on
yeah.
that, I would see the New Day winning.
If we follow the law of reverse booking,
Exactly, and that's we know how WWE books, do we not?
true.
Yes, true.
But
I hope to be wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I hope to be wrong.
sure. Okay. Again, true. I mean, but in storyline wise, even if you put the belt on New Day, the only legitimate uh threat to them is the Usos again.
I know,
And yeah, and unless they wanted to rebuild the tag team division down in SmackDown again,
which they
putting
need
the
to
belt
do
on the New Day
anyway.
maybe, yeah, okay, putting the belt on the New Day may be a good move.
I can see that. It may be Luke and Eric. Like, there's a thing going around, like the Harper and the Wyatt family could
Mhm.
come back. So that could be something for the New Day if they win the titles.
Yeah, I mean, okay, not to pick on another example on SmackDown, but
Oh
let's
yeah.
let's pick out Naomi, who got the push with the belt, and she's okay. She's starting to build her credibility as a fighting champion, true to her word. Probably this is a long shot on my end. Probably the New Day follow suit. And just say that okay, we're gonna set this straight. Anyone, any tag team division who wants to challenge us, we are here. We're laying down the challenge. Who else besides the Usos?
But the thing about it is
Okay.
right now is there really isn't any heel tag teams on SmackDown.
No, there's only the Usos that I can think of. That's it.
Correct.
So
So this
you'd have to rebuild, yeah, the tag teams on SmackDown and get some more heels in there.
true.
Would you turn Breezango heel? No, because they're too over as face right now.
Oh no. I'm highly
No
entertained
way.
by Breezango.
Yeah, they're pretty
I mean,
funny.
So what do
I
you do?
like
Call
what
him?
they're doing.
this is the funniest bit. I am invested more in finding out who's Breezango's attackers on Battleground. That's it.
Well, there's rumor that it's Sanity.
Oh,
Ooh,
really?
that sounds fun.
I thought it would
Based
be
on
like
Are they
the
gonna?
Jessica.
combination of capital and small letters in the thing that said Battleground.
Oh,
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't see that.
me neither.
Okay. I mean,
Hmm.
sure.
I thought it
I
was.
mean, sure. Okay,
Pay attention,
here's
guys. Listen to me. Pay attention to the subtle things with WWE.
hmm,
The subtleties.
true.
I
I
was
can see that.
guessing that was like Luke and Eric, but once, yeah, it could be Sanity. That could be a good introduction into Battleground, and they could like tear down Rizongo, and they could become heel and face. Yeah, I can see that.
Well, we just saw the bit that we thought it was uh Ascension, and that's wrong.
hmm And then
Oh
we
yeah.
thought it was we thought it was who's there?
Hype Bros. There was.
Yeah, they thought it was Hype Bros, and that was wrong too.
Right.
Okay, I see your point.
Yeah, they did guess the Usos, but then that went away kind of quickly. So yeah, it could lead to sanity.
Here's the biggest question: are they going as a foursome or just as a tag team?
Tag team? Yeah, tag team. I'm thinking.
So basically, you're saying Killian Dane. Hey, wait, is it Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf going in,
Yeah.
and then leaving Eric Young and Nikki Cross in NXT?
That's a possibility.
I don't know, because if here's
But the
what
thing
I
about
think.
it is that I don't think Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf are ready.
True, that's my worry, because
Yeah.
they're not ready yet, and
Nikki Cross is ready to go up to the main roster.
exactly.
As is now, I have a question for you,
Uh-huh.
Doc.
Okay.
Is the proper pronunciation of Shinsuke?
Or is it
You know, talking
what
about
WWE?
Nakamura. You
Okay,
live in
here's
Japan. How would they pronounce it there?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay, and what about Asuka?
Asuka.
That's what I thought.
Hmm. But don't forget, they're switching from Japanese channels to Western communication. So
But
some
why
things
would
can.
they want to bastardize a name like that?
I don't know. WWE gonna WWE.
Mm,
I mean, that's one thing. But if you want to cross on a logical standpoint, some phrases are. I mean, some phrases can be garbled in that sense.
because I saw something. I watched something this morning before I talked to Face Boss here about Asuka and what it
Okay.
actually meant.
Oh, what do you think about it, Face?
Yeah, I'm gonna call her Asuka from now on. She's still my goddess, but that's beside the point.
Don't deny it. She's your goddess.
I think Face Boss knows this.
Yeah, she's pretty badass. I like her.
Okay. But okay, I digress. Okay. Uh, I see if they want to bring Sanity up, I think they're gonna go as a foursome because logically speaking, I haven't seen Alexander Wolf or Killian Dane put out a promo on themselves.
Mm-mm. No, they
Go
haven't.
over. They had to bring Eric Young.
Another TNA guy.
Mhm. I mean, okay, it's not feasible for WWE to do that, but at least it provides some form of promo for the tag team division.
Yeah,
Not that they don't, not that they do not need it, but at least for the start of the push, yes, they can do just that. I mean, if you're gonna say that NXT another TNA person, Bobby Roode be pushed?
oh, the Ric Flair wannabe.
Mhm. Why do?
Oh,
Okay, what do you think, Face Boss? Before Taker kind of decides whether he needs to be nice or he needs to be naughty right
save me, Face Boss, save me.
Okay, so I think Sanity is a good choice coming up. I just don't see them putting Harper and Rowan back together. Like they could have had a chance to put those guys back together on TV, but they've missed the chance with Luke after what happened with Bray and Randy. So I do
now?
see Sanity coming up on
Mhm.
Battleground.
Okay.
Do you see them coming up as a group or just the two?
I think just the two. Yeah,
Okay.
just the two.
Because we already know that
Okay, so
her and Asuka tore the house down in the last women's standing match.
Yeah, that was a really good match. So I see them keeping her down NXT just for a bit longer.
true. I mean, Taker was gushing all over
Oh
from that
God,
match.
I love that match. And did you notice? Did you notice what's going on with
What?
GFW?
Yeah,
They're promoting a last knockout standing match. Please, it's
exactly.
already been done. I don't think they can match that match.
No,
Uh, okay, go on, Facebook.
no, I don't see them. Yeah, trying to outdo that. You can't really because it's already been done. So no.
True, true. I see that because literally, and not on a knock on Rosemary, but her opponent can't handle strong style.
No,
Literally. Sure, I can see Rosemary hard, do stiff shots or just go a little bit strong style, but her opponent can't do that.
it's
And
gonna
again, not on a
fail
knock.
miserably.
Well, I'm not gonna put it up, but I'm not seeing both Rosemary and who was he fighting? Sienna, Ali,
I think
Laurel Van
I can look it up.
Laurel
Hold on.
Van Ness, Laura Van Ness. I think so. Either way, her opponent is not Nikki Cross or Asuka for that matter. So yeah, it's it's. But again, okay, let's detract back to Usos and the New Day. So, Face Boss, you say Usos go over,
I say New Day go over.
New Day go over. Okay, and Taker is also going the same route. New Day goes
Yep.
over, is it?
Yeah, but we're gonna get back into the
Okay.
Freebird rule, which you know how I feel about that shit.
Mm, you like it?
In the tag division, yeah.
It's mhm. You like it because number one, in a tag division, correct, the freebird rule can be used, and number two, you're old school.
Because then we saw what happened with the women's title back during the Attitude Era with Lay Cool.
Wasn't that ruthless aggression an attitude
No,
era?
that was Attitude Era.
Really? Okay. Okay.
That's a
So
big problem between me and someone on Nightly, but he's coming to my side finally. Finally.
finally, he needs strong arm assurances that this
This is
this
going to be
works.
okay. If it
This.
don't work out the way you want it, it's going to be okay.
Why do I imagine you holding that person shaking his shoulder? This is gonna be okay.
Probably because you're right.
You're gonna literally do that. Okay.
I would
let's
literally
move
do that
on.
to somebody. I would do it to anybody. I would even do it to Face Boss if I felt she needed it. Not that I don't,
Okay.
not that I dislike her, but sometimes you just got to be woken the hell up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. If I was thinking a different thing and I was in complete denial about something, if I needed a shake, then yeah.
Okay.
Because
Let's
I
move
know
on
you
forward.
you know exactly who I'm talking about, Face Boss.
Yes, I know.
And we have argued and fought for days and on end.
I know. It was a lonely battle for a start, and I'm like, oh, Taker thinks the same thing as I do.
Okay. Before this goes off on another tangent,
So what you're saying to
I'm
me,
gonna
Face
play.
Boss, is that you don't like Freebird rule when it comes to a singles title.
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Not to be a Debbie Downer. Next up, we have the flag match.
Oof.
Are we gonna say the obvious and say John Cena wins this?
LOL John C- LOL Cena wins.
Okay. I see that. I think they're gonna go rinse and repeat with Rusev doing something after match, post match.
What do you think, Face Boss?
John Cena wins, and Rusev.
Okay.
Who knows him?
Who knows what happens? Poor guy. He just needs a win. Please give him the Bray Wyatt treatment.
Oh, Bray Wyatt, don't get me on that.
He already won.
That would be funny if Bray Wyatt cut a promo on Cena.
Oh, he could have so much to say.
There's a lot to say.
Poor Bray.
Because Cena seems to be the boy.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to go on John Cena.
You can go on any tangent you want, hon. You're welcome to do it. That's what this is about.
Look, I get John's a really good worker and everything, but just this comment he made about like wrestlers that he's lost, they lose to him, and he's like, oh well, maybe after my loss they just don't have the right fire back and the right attitude back, and I just got really mad reading that. But I was just like, and I was trying to refrain from typing like an angry comment like on Cage Side, but I was just like, no, John's, he's done this, he's a veteran, he's okay. But yeah, I'm like, Bray Wyatt, really? After what you did to him? Oh.
Well, hell, he's won 2 matches in a row over Seth Rollins. That's something, right?
He did one on El Grande barbecue ball grills.
Yeah, barbecue balls. He won.
An eye poke.
And he won clean on the Raw replay.
Yeah, he won clean on Raw. So
yeah.
That didn't really make sense. Like, he needed an eye poke on Great Balls Fire, but he won clean on Raw. I'm like, oh gosh.
Well, at least he got a win.
Exactly. I was just like, he won. Yes.
Finally. It's like how Becky won. Finally.
Yeah,
which
was funny because someone about creamed in his jeans when it happened.
Which leads to this perfect segue about the Fatal 5-Way elimination match to determine the number one contender for the
another one of those fuck the fans matches. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, it's between Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Tamina, and Lana.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Lana goes over, I'm going to protest this goddamn shit.
It's gonna be Money in the Bank again. I think if Lana goes over, it's gonna be Money in the Bank again. And Naomi has fought Lana 3 times
and beat her all 3
on
times.
TV television. Yes, and beat her all 3 times on television.
And the last one was what? 15, 20 seconds, and it was over.
I think so.
Give me a
I don't know, but okay. Quick fire on this one. I don't see Lana going over. I don't see either Natalya or Tamina going over, so it's going to be a flip between Charlotte or Becky.
Maybe this is where Becky turns heel and just tears everybody's a new asshole and rips off arms.
So you're saying Charlotte Flair becomes the number 1 contender?
No, I'm saying Becky becomes the number 1 contender and has finally just lost her mind. And it's like, I've said before, she can't wait to turn heel. She's good at it.
True.
And it's time for her to say enough of being the goddamn welcome mat.
Okay. But in a sense, wouldn't I backtrack? Okay, I can see that.
That leaves one heel. That leaves one face, Charlotte.
True.
Unless Natty turns face, which she turns as much as goddamn Big Show does.
I mean, okay. It's
And I
gonna
sure the
come
hell
down to
can't
this
see
too.
Lana as a face.
No.
No, no. She's basically Eva Marie 2.0.
Oh, please.
At least she's better wrestling.
Really?
And you already heard me say this about detracting Eva Marie. She has improved. But her improvement over 1 year or 1 year plus, no, it's too slow.
She didn't want to be a wrestler in the first place. She wanted to use WWE to get modeling and acting roles.
Which she actually got.
Yeah,
Small
no
segue.
shit.
Yeah. Natalie Eva Marie actually got a acting role.
What say you, Face Boss?
I see Charlotte winning this and
Okay.
facing Naomi. Yeah, Charlotte's winning. As much as I would love to see Becky win and just be aggressive in this match and turn heel, and as you said, Taker, just be like, no, enough is enough. I've got to make my own path now. This is my championship. I just don't see them doing that with Becky. I see them going with Charlotte.
Mm.
Are you Charlotte, Mark?
I mean, I did love her as a heel. I just don't see her like she is quite good at being a heel now, like how she did with Becky. With her comments. And yeah, I mean, I didn't love her like when she was with Ric Flair and that. When she was on her own, being a heel and taking down like what she was doing with Sasha and that. As much as I'm a Sasha fan, I think she did really good as a heel. So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I see your point. I mean, okay, if you turn Becky Lynch, that means you leave Charlotte as a face.
She's the only face left.
Mm-hmm.
But Charlotte works for me.
Oh, and don't forget Naomi.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
only have Charlotte and Naomi. So if either sense, and I haven't really seen Charlotte actually being face. She's just kind of like being this tweener who supports Becky. She crosses the face line, but she has heelish tendencies.
I
every
agree.
now and again.
I agree with that.
So because there's, if I'm not mistaken, and I might be, I haven't seen Charlotte do face promos or just promote herself as a face during this collusion with Becky Lynch.
Why do I get the feeling that Charlotte's going to try is basically using Becky to get ahead, as usual?
Because that's how it works. Don't you see? Okay, that's okay. Sorry.
It's okay. You go.
Okay, see this. If Charlotte Flair is actually using Becky Lynch as a stepping stone to go to Naomi and get the title, wouldn't that fit into my idea of her turning heel, which enough is enough?
It would.
Like, Charlotte's the last straw. And literally, she breaks everyone's arms just to get back that title around her.
The question I have is this: who's their master? Who should sacrifice their arms to?
Good question. Everyone. She takes everyone's. Yeah, she takes everyone. Because she has been stepped on by Natalia. She has been stepped on by Lana. She has been stepped on by Charlotte. When Bliss was there in SmackDown, she got stepped on by Alexa Bliss. And don't forget, Carmella still has the Money in the Bank title.
I think Becky would tear her ass, tear her up.
Of course you do. Okay, so Face Boss, you're saying that Charlotte goes over, gets the number one contender shot.
Yep, Charlotte wins.
And okay, and Taker goes for Becky.
Yep.
Hmm, tough call. Okay, as a fan, I'd say Becky.
Please explain why.
And hmm, it's gonna be okay. Here's the storyline I had in my head. Becky goes over, and faces Naomi at SummerSlam. Becky wins. Carmella cashes in, gets the title, robbing her of her moment. Wouldn't that fit?
It would. Yep, I can see that.
I mean, that's yet another person stepping over her just to get what she wants. And maybe that could lead to her turning heel as well, or just turning into a more badass person who now doesn't give a shit about the rules, who doesn't care who's in front of her. She's gonna kick ass, take everyone's arms, just to get to the title, and no moral compass is gonna stop her from getting that. I mean, that's how I see it, in a sense. So, fan wise, I could see Becky going over. On a business end of things, Charlotte could go over, but who knows? This is the spot where I kind of could go 50-50 on it. So yeah, let's move on then. How about this one next match? Sorry, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. What do you think about that match then? I mean,
Well, if Shinsuke can get to the ring during his entrance, he'd be fine.
it's gonna be yeah, okay. If
But I
Shinsuke doesn't
still,
make it,
I still don't like the artist known as.
is it they're still using that stick on him?
They did mention King of Strong Style during
Only
SmackDown, though.
only once, I think. My memory serves me right.
Correct.
Okay, but okay, it's a change. It's a change of pace for that. But here's where it gets difficult. Who wins?
Neither.
So who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do the disqualification thing? Baron Corbin?
No. Double
Then?
count out.
Wow. Okay.
How often am I wrong?
Not as much, as far as I know you well. I mean, would okay? Any other takers? Face boss?
I see Nakamura winning this. I could see what you're saying, Taker, about maybe continuing the feud, but he did get, his win over Dolph, and I just see him winning over Corbin, getting two, big wins. So I see Nakamura winning this.
Here's a question though for you. Wouldn't Nakamura winning over Baron Corbin undercut Baron Corbin's legitimacy while holding the Money in the Bank?
Maybe if the match was still like Corbin is still shown in a strong light, and maybe if Nakamura looks like he's celebrating at the end, and maybe we have a backstage interview where he's, with the interviewer and thanking, fans out there and stuff like that, you have
Mhm.
Corbin attacking him again,
Mhm.
like sort of like you can't forget about me type of thing, like and just attacking him and referees trying to pull him off.
Okay, so basically, you're putting Shinsuke Nakamura over so that the feud between him and Baron Corbin goes on just like Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman does.
Yeah, still give like Nakamura the win, but then still have Corbin looking strong and aggressive, and then that
Uh,
feud can continue.
yeah, okay, I can see that. I'm on a booking standpoint, that's a good way of doing that. Building back Nakamura's reputation and legitimacy as a single wrestler. I mean, what do you think about it, Taker? I mean, would Baron Corbin losing this undercut him a little bit or not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They've already booked him as a force in or on SmackDown,
Mm-hmm. True.
and he's got the case.
Again, true.
So why should he have to win over Knock?
Put Baron Corbin as a more legitimate threat to Jinder Mahal.
But the thing about it is, Jinder Mahal's a heel. Why have a heel versus heel match or a heel versus heel cash in? It don't make sense.
That's true.
I can see. I can see.
That's
I
why I
mean,
said what. That's why I said what I said about uh, Jinder Mahal, Randy. Randy is quote unquote the face right now.
true.
After a hard fought match and after everything is done, said and done, Randy's celebrating, blah blah blah, and he's in a bad way after the match. And here comes Baron to cash in.
If we're going on the route where Randy Orton wins the championship, yeah, I can see that.
Yep. And he'll have like a 5 minute, 15-second reign like Roman did.
Okay, true.
But
But I
let's talk about briefly. We were on the 5-way, and something that I didn't discuss that I wanted to bring up was this.
mhm, mhm.
Mhm.
Remember, we have Carmella with the case.
True.
True.
Naomi has already said she is going to personally go out and thank or congratulate the winner.
No.
Correct?
Okay. Correct.
Why would not the winner beat the shit out of her in the ring and then Carmella come in and cash in? Explain why that wouldn't happen.
When wait, this happening at Battleground?
Mm-hmm.
Winner shaking hand with the champion, and then Carmella coming in to.
No. Winner. Let's say winner is Tamina.
Okay.
Tamina beats the holy fuck out of her.
Okay. Of Naomi, correct. Okay.
Pardon my language. Pardon my language.
Okay.
Like I said, this ain't gonna be PG today.
No.
Tamina comes in, beats the holy hell out of Naomi,
Okay.
as because she feels that Naomi is disrespecting her. And she walks out. All of a sudden, Carmella walks out with the case and cashes in and wins.
But would you do that switch?
Why
Carmella
not?
beat the championship
Why
ahead
not? Why not? Give me a reason why not.
too early.
Is it ever too early?
True, it's never not too early.
I don't. But none of the wrestlers, as you think back to the girls, they didn't really like what Carmella did at Money in the Bank, and they all said, "Oh, she's this. She's got James doing everything. What is she thinking?"
Yeah, she don't have her Genius Wonder Ellsworth with her.
I mean, that's true too. But is it too yet? Is it too early to put the belt on Carmella?
Personally, I think it is too early. Sure, I can see because Carmella is slowly picking up heat as a threat, as a heel. I don't know whether it's I
She's
can't
close to
say.
having X-Pac heat.
Yeah, I can't say whether it's X-Pac heat, where people legitimately hate her, or it's just heat for a heel who's grading. So in a sense, I still see it's kind of like too early and not as impactful as her cashing in on SummerSlam.
So why SummerSlam?
It's the big four, like you said.
Yes, the
Like you
big four, but you know what? They've made the big four.
I
I
know.
have I have my opinions on that.
Yes, I know. I
They
know.
need to cut back on the damn pay-per-views. I'm sorry. That's just
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. True.
I agree.
Okay. I agree. But okay. Cycling back on that just to cut it off as quickly as possible. Uh, Again, it would be a 50-50 split between Charlotte and Becky. And if that scenario happens where Naomi comes out, shakes hands, or Becky just kicks her ass or something, and then Carmella cashes in, okay, then okay. It's surprising, it's controversial in a sense, but okay.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Maybe I could see like Charlotte wins and Naomi's coming to shake Charlotte's hand, and Becky has had enough and just attacks Naomi, and then Charlotte's looking at Becky like, "What are you doing?" Like, no, not now. And then Becky attacks Charlotte, and then you hear the music hit, and Becky just like walks away with like the smile on her face, and then you hear Carmella win over Naomi, and she's the champion. If you want to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this, Faceboss. Do you want to see Charlotte go clean over Naomi?
Well, if they want Charlotte as a face, like I don't know how that would work because Naomi is a face, so they'd probably have to keep Charlotte heel and have to be like a dirty win. So I don't know. No,
Okay.
maybe you could just have Charlotte liking the distraction, and maybe backstage she's still acting a little bit arrogant, but maybe still a little bit shocked at what Becky did. Like, yeah, I took that win, but like I had no idea what Becky's doing. I'm not responsible for her actions, but if I have to get a win that way, then so be it.
I agree.
Makes sense to
I
me.
could see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So moving on, we have. Oh, this is going to be a little bit of your favorite though. Taker. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. I mean, you're giddy when AJ Styles won the title, won the United States Championship in
I
house
thought it was
show.
the greatest thing since sliced bread, but anyway.
Okay, I see them putting this is a match where people would be invested in because it's AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens. What's not to like about that?
True.
True.
But the thing about it is that I called it. Um, I made a fan post on K side about it, and I said how great it was. And
Not many
believe
people.
me, I caught a lot of heat for it. But when I will say this, and you will agree, I don't know if Face Boss will agree, but I know you will agree, is that from my time in my era, being old school like I am, and being an old man, 53 years old, who's been following wrestling since 1971, 72, TV is to move the story forward. The house show is where stuff happens. And at the house show at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of WWE, a title change happened where AJ Styles beat Kevin Owens to take the title, and it was clean.
True.
This is what house shows used to be about. They're no longer that way. They need to put more importance on the house show to get more people in the seats. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do
yeah,
you think, Face Boss?
I agree with that. Like, I loved like that result of AJ winning because I was like, oh, that like, does that happen at a house show? And I was like really excited for that. Like, if that happened at house shows, and now people are thinking, oh, anyone could, win this title, and a finish could happen if I'm, in the seats watching this at a house show, that would sell out more tickets. So yeah, I agree with that.
Sure. And
You're on my
I already,
side then.
Yes.
yeah, and
Good.
like
I have some support. God damn it.
I already know my stand on it. I mean, it's a throwback to something that has been done before, and people were invested with that kind of move back then.
I can't tell you how many times as a kid I watched the TV show and I would see my favorite, my hero, fall short, only to find out later at the show that I couldn't get to, damn it. They won.
Okay.
The frustration was immense.
Yeah,
And I
because
mean, back then, tickets were like $7, $8 for ringside.
it's cheap at
They
that
were
time.
cheap back then. Because I don't know if Face Boss knows. I know you know. When I went to the WWE show here in my town,
Okay.
the ringside seat was $107. And I mean, when I say ringside, I was front row on the rail, giving the heels shit.
Okay. Clearly,
Yeah, that's steep on price. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can say that it's a throwback to the good old days where wrestling is just that pure, unadulterated wrestling. And
That's what I miss.
yeah, and putting that backhand on the map again, it's a sweet, nice, just a nice ribbon around the product
Yes, it
at
is.
that time at that house. But okay, who do you see winning? I see AJ Styles keeping the title still.
So do I.
I
I
see
mean,
AJ.
yeah, because I mean, he's
Hey,
already.
MBS, you cut her off. What did you say?
I see AJ winning.
Why? Just your opinion.
Because it feels to me like, why would they do that at a house show and put the title on AJ and then have him lose at Battleground? I think the title on AJ is more important almost, like than putting it back on Kevin, because Owens, I just don't think his momentum is just going down. But with AJ and his idea of open challenges, and with John Cena, and then you had Nakamura backstage at SmackDown talking about it, there's just more interest there for me than Owens.
I agree. The one thing I like is that I like the thing when at SmackDown this past Tuesday where you got AJ Styles and
John Cena.
Nakamura together, and
Oh,
Nakamura, they start talking about AJ asks, "You want to get ready?" Blah 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 blah, and he just looks at AJ and then points at the title. He says, "The next time you call, I will answer." I was like, "Oh shit!"
it that that small backstage segment there harkens back to where AJ Styles faced Nakamura in the IWGP for the
And
NJPW.
I bet it was an awesome match.
It was.
And
It was. I mean that.
I'm sorry, I'm being selfish. I want to see it.
Well,
I want to see it. Damn it.
this is how excited he gets sometimes. I can't control this guy. This is what happens when Taker gets drunk. He gets way easily excited.
I'm not drunk yet. I've
Yet.
had a couple, but I'm not drunk. So
Yet.
because someone's going to be listening to this later, I don't need that getting out. You understand?
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so we're all in agreement that AJ Styles goes over. And maybe set up something with Nakamura or something like that.
Please.
Because here's a small segue. That's the match where I got interested back to watch wrestling again. That's the match. That's the match that I watched, and it was fun. Let's just put
That
it
was
at
the first match you saw. It got you back into wrestling with
hmm
AJ Styles Nakamura.
Like really got me thinking. Okay, maybe I should do this again. Take this again.
What do you think there, Face Boss?
About Nakamura and AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see that match too. Especially at when they were doing climbing up the ladder. It was like, oh my gosh, like if those two faced off, I think it should main event
Could you
a pay per view.
yeah, could you imagine that match at let's say SummerSlam?
Oh yes, I see that SummerSlam.
It would be
But
like,
they would
"Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god."
exactly.
You're gonna see Taker change into 12-year-old kid back again.
How about 8 years old?
Okay. Fine. Fine.
I'm going to be honest, I would turn into an 8-year-old kid.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, all in agreement that AJ Styles goes over.
Now, let's talk about a little bit about NXT and what's going on there
Okay.
because we're running out of time here, guys.
We're gonna go on a quick. We're gonna go on a quick fire on NXT on probably Raw and SmackDown. Hopefully, I won't blow my top over something. Okay, let's start with Raw.
We've already been over
Or let's.
Raw. We've been over. Let's skip Raw. Let's just go to NXT, okay?
Okay.
Because I saw a couple
Okay.
matches this morning. As I actually watched it this morning, and
Mhm.
Face Boss will will
Attest to you. Agree on you.
verify this.
Mhm.
The only match that really tripped my trigger was Drew McIntyre versus Killian Dane
Yes.
for the
What
number
do you
one
guys think about it?
contendership of Bobby Roode's title.
Okay. And what do you
And
guys think about it?
Face Boss, go ahead.
I think it's good. You know, I like Drew McIntyre, and when I seen him, you know, leave WWE and go to different places, I always thought that they had missed out on an opportunity to do more with him. So I'm glad that he's, you know, in NXT and he's getting those big matches now. So yeah, I liked it.
My opinion, my personal opinion,
Go
is
ahead.
that I'm looking forward to Drew McIntyre going over Rude.
Ah.
Rude comes up to the main roster
Mhm.
and realizes his shtick of being the glorious one ain't going to get him anything.
Uh, if that's the case, then I see him going in a similar path to how Shinsuke Nakamura was brought up. People were singing.
Unfortunately, yeah.
People were singing his theme song when he debuted in SmackDown. I see that happening again if Rude was brought up to the main roster. People are gonna sing "Glorious."
Yeah, but as soon as he gets beat down by, let's say, Baron Corbin,
Okay. Okay.
Glorious
I
will
give.
will not be as over as it is now.
Okay. Agreed on that, boss.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Okay. Here's one thing you guys haven't really touched. If we're gonna touch on NXT, what about what's your guys' opinion on the match between Ruby Riott and Ember Moon?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Mm. Yes, Ember is the heir apparent, but
True.
how can you keep Ruby Riott down? You can't.
Exactly. I mean, this is the match where you see less of Ember Moon's characteristics, where she plays onto a character, and more on her wrestling abilities on mat.
And I'll tell you what, Ember Moon is good as a wrestler. I'm not gonna lie,
Exactly. She's a good wrestler.
but so is Ruby Riott.
Exactly as well. You put these two together, and they put on a good,
Mm,
attractive wrestling match.
yes, they
And
did.
I I think that that match is the match where Ember really comes to work.
The only other match I see her coming to work is with Asuka.
Well, that's obviously because Asuka is one hell of an ass kicker.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
My
And
goddess, damn it. I bow before the temple of Asuka.
oh god damn it. His boss, I apologize for this guy's blatant adulation of Asuka.
Hey, that's okay. I feel same ways about Sasha, so I get it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Should I raise Temple of Asuka in one corner of my room and Sasha Banks's podium on the other side?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay. But okay.
You know as well as I do how good Asuka is.
Back in the days of her as Kana, yes.
Yes. I've only known her as Asuka, but I have looked at her as Kana and I'm like, oh my God.
Note to self, please. I need. We need a half-hour show with Take a Minute just talking gloriously about Asuka.
Yeah, right. Bite me, asshole.
Anyways, the
But
match.
the thing about it is that MDS, I love you anyway.
Oh God, okay. But I digress again. Ruby Riott and Ember Moon pulled out a good match on NXT, and
Yes, they did.
it was interesting. And I mean, they put Ember back again as this wrestler rather than this animalistic character that she has.
Right.
She's part wrestler, part wolf, or something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, there was only one other good match on that card that I saw besides Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, and
The
Drew
number one
McIntyre and
Killing Dane.
Killian
Yeah,
Dane was only Larkin against what the hell is that Brit's guy's name again? Shit.
Danny Burch. Danny Burch.
Danny Burt. That was a hell of a match.
Oh, those two are incredibly hard hitting on that one.
That was a hell of a match. I watched. I was like, "Oh my god, this reminds me of when I was a kid."
It's just wrestling. No bullshit. Just
Yep.
men beating the hell out of each other while keeping you guys entertained.
And Danny Birch wound up with a bloody nose. It's like, please, yes, amen, color, god damn it, I love it.
Yes, yes.
And it was inadvertent, and it wasn't something that was planned. It was something inadvertent.
Mhm.
That's what I like about NXT. You will see color, but it's not something that's planned. It's accidental. It's inadvertent, and it makes it more fucking real. Pardon my language.
100% agree, yes.
Mhm.
What's that?
I definitely agree.
She agree 100%.
Oh, I
But okay.
love that stuff. I love it.
The more you know about Taker, the more he loves color when it enhances the story.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I miss about color. It enhances the story. It's not the main character. Damn it.
I agree. Okay, so the rest of the match where going in is like Noe Jose defeated Cesar Bononi, and then Andrade Almas gets in just to get some payback. And we see the first views of Thea Trinidad character alongside Cien Almas. For what it's worth, it was a interesting way to start it off,
Yeah, but
and that's
why did they run?
that's an interesting question. I'll leave you to it. Because okay, it's just about
I have a statement, but I'm not going to say it. And
let's let's hold the
it's
statement.
five letters when it comes to Andrade Cien Almas.
Hmm.
When it comes to him, it begins with P and ends with Y.
Noted. Fair enough.
I'm not going to say it
Go.
as long as Face Boss understands what I'm saying.
Yep,
It's good. She
I
knows.
get it. I know what you mean.
Okay. And then
You're
quick
going to
fire.
see how much of an asshole I am. But that's beside the point.
Okay. So next up we have Cassius Ono and Hideo Itami booked for next week, as well as
Oh,
Street Profits coming in, which is the team
who
of
the hell are they?
Oh, if you didn't remember, Angela Dawkins formerly partnered up with Sasha Banks when she started off in NXT.
That's a while back.
Yeah.
That's a while back, and we only saw Angela Dawkins as singles a few weeks back. And Montez Ford, I honestly haven't heard about him. Probably he's from Enhanced Talent or something like that. So that's gonna happen next week probably. I don't know because people are saying it's either another version of Crime Time or just
That's what I'm worried about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That
and
worries
that
me too.
yeah because
And the next thing I'm worried about is them being fed to AOP.
oh god. Okay, so and that's just about it for NXT. It was a solid show. It brought back up from the previous week's slight disappointment. It's not it's
Yeah.
not it's not a dial up. It's not a dial in episode. I would say it's a episode worth tuning in just to watch Ruby Riott versus Ember Moon and Drew McIntyre and Killing Dane.
Don't forget only lurking against
Ah yes, Danny
yeah,
Burch.
Danny
Yeah,
Burch. Because
almost
there's
forgot.
already been a rematch set.
Oh really?
Yeah, because at the end, Danny Burch is like, one more time.
Ah okay. I missed that one.
Yeah. After it was all over, only lurker stuck his hand out and, Danny Burch shook it and he's like, one more time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
those guys are going to go again. And that's like, I saw some heavy impact in that match. And I was like, oh my God. This is
True.
hard hitting. Jesus. And I didn't, I have it on the network so I can watch it whenever I want. And I was like, I was sitting this morning before work, after work, I should say,
Mhm.
watching this going, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh damn. It's one of those it was one of those oh shit moments.
Okay. Face Boss, would you want to see Oni Lurkin visit Danny Burch again?
Oh, definitely. I like what NXT are doing with those two. It's building excitement. Like, if Taker, you're excited to see that match and stuff, and you'd rather have excitement and being like, oh, what's going to happen next, than, not feeling anything. So I think NXT are doing really good with everything right now. So yeah, I want to see more.
Fair enough. At least,
I want to see them tear the house down. I'm sure they could.
I agree.
And I'm sure Face Boss agrees too.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Give them time and they can do it.
Hmm. Okay,
McIntyre and Killian Dane tore the house down.
true. It's kind of like a perfect bookend. You have a solid start and then a solid finish.
But here's the question:
Mhm.
how is Killian Dane going to react to losing his first singles match?
Hmm. I'll let Faceboss answer this first. If she wants it.
Well, if it's his first loss. So imagine he's going to be upset, and even I would start the show with him trying to find him backstage and going to the ring and demanding that he come out there and face him, and just start off with that, and just like if that's how if that's his first loss, that's how I would react. Just be upset and demanding that that person would come out.
Taker.
Well, I missed half of it. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Text message from the wife.
Oh, okay. Taker owes everyone beer. Well,
Bite
half a
me.
beer. Half a beer. Considering
Bite
that,
me, MDS.
considering that it's a text message, okay? Yeah. Me, I think
There are some things that are more important than this, and that's her. That's
Oh.
fair,
Double L. You know
fair.
who that is. You know who she is,
Yes, I do.
and she's
Okay.
as old school as I am. Okay, so now what happened?
Uh,
Basically,
okay, go on.
I just said that if it's his first loss, he should come out at the start of the show and just demand for him to come out there and face him. That's what I'm thinking.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
And do you think Eric Young will use that as a motivational tool for him?
Oh yes, definitely.
Definitely.
But the question is, where has Eric Young been?
Ah, we haven't even seen him for about past 2 weeks.
2, 3
What?
weeks? Yeah, he's been gone,
Hmm.
I don't
working on
know.
the grand plan.
Probably, if you want a fantasy book it like that, yeah.
Mm.
Or are you just implying that they're gonna come up eventually after Battleground?
I think they're coming up at the battleground. To be perfectly honest,
That's his grand plan, maybe.
like I said, the battleground note was in both capital and small letters.
Hmm.
And what if you look at Sanity's logo? How is it written?
Similar to that, capital letters, mixture of capital letters and small letters.
Yep.
So okay,
But the
there's
question is, are they ready? In my opinion, no.
as a tag team or as a whole team.
As a whole unit, no, they're not ready.
But let me pull your word back again. When are they not ready?
Who knows? But I have a message. I have a message to deliver to you,
Hmm.
both of you.
Yes.
Legends Lover says hi to both of you. That's including you, Face Boss.
Hi.
Hi, Double L. Way to promote your wife on the show.
Yes.
I have to.
It is your show.
She is 100% behind me, so I got to promote her whenever I can. You know that, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I
Just
know.
like we got to promote Fizzy's Wacky
Oh.
World of Wrestling, which comes on after us,
Mhm.
as well as at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Two guys, one sport with Crazy
With Crazy
Chris
Chris and Curtain
and
Jerker.
Curtin Jerker. Right.
We have a whole slew of podcasts you could tune in.
There's a bunch of them on Fridays.
There, we call it the Triple Threat Fridays,
Yep.
considering that we have Shooting the Breeze, and then Fizzy's Wacky World of Wrestling in the mornings, and then we have Two Guys One Sport in the evenings.
Nice.
And that's not including shows like Cage Side Speaks Wednesday
K-Side
night.
Speaks, which is on every pay-per-view. And you got
Correct.
Wednesday Night Shooting with Tanya Rogers.
And then we have Rudo Radio.
Yep, we have
And
Rural Radio, not your demographic.
exactly. Basically, K-Side Seats is your number one spot for a lot of these unaffiliated and unaffiliated podcasts, which talks a lot about wrestling and a whole lot of stuff and banter. So, yay.
Yep. You know, we have to promote the unaffiliated more so than the affiliated, right?
Yes, yes, true. I can agree.
And
So,
I will tell you right now,
mhm,
Boss Face Boss will be back.
of course.
But she has to get a better microphone and headset setup, damn it.
Yes.
Yes, I think I'm sold because just because of the start where Taker says that you were excited. You texted him via DM on Twitter on 4 in the morning. I am so excited. I mean, okay, and
I even answered, what, you can't sleep?
I had no idea. I'm like, I was thinking about like New Zealand time over there, and after he said that, I was like, oh yes, and I'm like, oh, you tight? I should probably let you sleep now.
yeah, true.
She hadn't slept yet, and the thing about it was that she had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And I was like, okay, are you sure? Are you really sure? And okay, honestly speaking, I'm one over. I'm one over.
But Face Boss will be back.
Of course.
You
Whenever
know,
whenever she
is-
wants to make a reappearance, yes.
Yep. All she has to do is let up, you or me know.
Okay. Okay, so we're just about to wrap up.
Yep, we are.
Next we have Fizzy's Wacky World of Wrestling, starring 14 Fitzpatrick and also Sal Cusmano. Catch it, listen to it. There have these guys are funny and these guys are intelligent and knowledgeable about stuff. Aside from wrestling as well. I mean, hell, they were promoting sumo wrestling here. So that's
last week. But
Yeah.
the question I have is that I'm not intelligent about pro wrestling.
hmm Well, basically, our show is just us talking crap about wrestling in an intelligent way, I might
True.
add.
True.
Okay. So afterwards, we have Frizzy's Wacky World of Wrestling. Catch it, please. These guys are funny. These guys are humorous and very knowledgeable about what
Hell,
they're
if you post something in their thread that makes that is pertinent to what they're talking about, they may even acknowledge you, like what happened to me last week.
Yes, exactly. And we apologize for the sound quality we have right now. We know the issue of echoing. So
Yeah,
there's
it's Miss Face Boss's iPad. Damn it!
that. Anyways,
It's all her fault. Blame Face Boss. Damn it!
Blame me.
anyways, Face Boss.
Yes, Face Boss, you are the Lana of this group today.
Oh,
Please don't,
Jesus.
please don't give her
Really?
Xbox. Please don't give her.
I was gonna say I didn't do that bad, did I?
No.
Lana.
Oh, you know we love you, baby. You know we love you. You know we love you.
Anyways, how do we catch you, Face Boss?
And just catch me on Twitter at Stacey Boss Life. I think it's Boss Life 1 if you want to catch me on there, or just go on Cage Sliders and just find me on there and we can talk about what's happening in wrestling world.
Wonderful.
How do we catch you there, MDS?
You can catch me on the nightly or the daily, basically on Cage Sides, or you can catch me on Twitter at BeckyGotBank666.
And you can catch me on the nightly, sometimes the daily, and also at Takers _ Minion on Twitter.
Awesome. So, Face Boss, thank you again, Boss Undertaker Bray. thank you for coming to our show.
No
It was
problem.
it was a fun debut for you.
Definitely, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Well,
and
good. We hope to have you back.
yeah, we hope to have you back, and and I hope that you can learn more about this crazy guy that I'm co-hosting with.
Yes.
She's learned as much as she needs to know.
Anyhow, okay.
All right,
Th-
guys. We will, like I said, Fizzy's Wacky World of Wrestling comes on next.
Yes.
And then tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 Central Time, comes Two Guys, One Sport. Please give them a listen, subscribe, and follow them on both K-Side and on Twitter.
And on Twitter, of course. This has been fun.
Yep.
So I think for Takers Minion and for Face Boss myself, my name is MDS. We'll see you next week.
All right, guys. See you
Bye.
later.
MDS out.
Bye.